Dave agus fáilte. Hello and welcome. So here we're dealing with our A father O sound here. You see it in the IPA. And again, we have three words that we're going to try and pronounce. Again, there's more than one syllable in them. It'll be challenging, but I have no doubt you'll deal with them. I managed to get through them without too much difficulty. So let us begin. So here we have them again, up here and over and to the right. We have them in the phonetic alphabet up there in the header. So our first example, D, A, F, N, T, A. Where do I go first? I'm not going to go to that D. I'm going to go to my ribeye steak. That's my A, F, O. Now that is a long A. It's broad. Tells me that the N is also broad, but it's come before the N, so it's an on-glide. On. Now we'll split them up because here comes our T next, and I'll go with the next one. That final A is an O, and that's also telling me the T is broad to. So I have on to. And then, of course, going back to my first consonant, which is the D here, it's followed by that long A, and that A is broad, so it tells me the D is broad, which is dawn to, which means poems, dawn to. And here you can see it written out in the phonetic alphabet. There's your A colon, O, your N is broad, and T is broad, and there's your us sound, on to, and the D is broad, dawn to. Then our next example, F, F, L, T, A, S. Again, where do I go first? I go to my F, which is O. Okay. Now that comes before the L, which is an on-glide. The A is broad, so the L is broad. All. Now we're going to break them up. We have our T, which is followed by this next vowel. That's what we're going to pronounce next, which is an us sound. And it's broad, so it tells me that the S is broad, us. And also tells me the T is broad, tus. So I have alt, us, altus. And then my F going back here. Of course, that long A is not just long, it's broad. So the F is a fuss sound, faltus. Faltus, which is the Irish word for income, proceedings, takings in something, gain or surplus. It's actually quite a useful word, so you might try to remember it as well. And over here in the IPA, we have it written now. There's your colon, O, your broad L, all, then your T and your us, altus, and faltus. And finally, our third example, G, F, T, A, R, again straight to my A, which is O, comes onto the T, which means that's an on-glide us sound because the O is broad, ought. Now my A here, of course, is my O, which is broad, tells me that my R is broad, or, so it's oughter. And then, of course, back to my A, which is broad, following the G, so it's coming off the G, which means that's an off-glide. The G is going to have a gus sound, gaughter. Gaughter, which is need or want. And here you have it, A colon, O, onto your broad T. There's your us sound and your broad R, aughter, and the G, of course, is broad, gaughter. Okay, there you have it. I hope you found it enjoyable and rewarding doing this exercise, and this presentation helps you. Thank you so much. It's good night, live, and best of luck.